Welcome back here to the Elizabethtown Sports Park as we bring you more travel ball select action. It's the National Showcase, this being the 10U National Championship. This one features the Southern Vipers out of Shreveport, Louisiana, taking on the Vipers out of Louisville, Kentucky. We've already seen the Southern Vipers play. The Louisville Vipers, haven't seen them on the broadcast yet, but we're told quite a bunch of great things about them and their team. So here we go. Southern Vipers will take the field first, so we'll give you the starting lineup for the Southern Vipers. It looks like this. J.C. Nelson going to get the starting nine out there on the bump. Colt Cooper behind the plate. Chase Domries over there at first base. Wyatt Reesby is going to be the second baseman. J.R. Wydell, he's the shortstop. Bryce Gray over at third base. Thomas Neely, he's the left fielder. Brant Restovich out there in center field. And Crew Winery over in right field. Here we go. J.C. Nelson delivers the first pitch to Philip Rosu, and it's a fly out to right field to start this one off. Lineup here, batting lineup is going to be, you saw Rosu just hit a fly ball for an out. Wade Cook going to step up to the plate next, and he'll be followed by Bentley Souls. This ball lifted out to center field, getting out there underneath of it. Restovich, it's going to take a one hop on the fence. Looked like it was kind of slicing out there. Restovich ran out of real estate. It hit the bottom of the fence. So a double for Cook to start this one off. Bentley Souls going to dig in. Wearing that 23 jersey. The pitch on the outside edge for a strike. Met some great folks for the Southern Vipers of Shreveport, Louisiana. Christy was one of those fine folks that came over here that was talking to us, along with some of the, I met Chase's mom, and just great people over there with the Southern Vipers. Southern Finest, excuse me. I said Southern Finest. Of course, they are playing the Vipers. The count right now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is one down. Runner on second. And we got a 2-2 count now here at the plate for Bentley Souls. The pitch, that one, a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Umpire says it's actually 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chopper back up the middle. Waddell handles it, fires over to first to Chase DeReese for the out. Gonna bring up Hampton Nolan to the plate with 2 down. Into digging in from the right side. He plays first base for the Vipers. Southern Finest taking on the Vipers. It's Louisiana and Kentucky battling for the championship in the 10U. This one foul straight back. ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 down. Top of the first inning of play. Just got this one started here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Time at the plate called. Nolan backs out, looks down at his coach, making sure they're on the same page. This ball on the ground. Reesby got over to it. It was unable to get up quick enough, and there was a run that crossed the plate. So a base hit RBI for Nolan. 1-0 our score. Ryan Reynolds at the plate. Not the actor, but the baseball player. Grant Restovich, the center fielder for the Finest. His uncle is Michael Restovich, and he's a former Minnesota Twin. And of course, I remember him back in 2006 with the Chicago Cubs. He played 10 games that season. The Cubs, but made a name for himself with the Twins. Major League Baseball connection to this game. This one back up the middle. Again, Reesby this time making the play, and that'll do it for the Vipers in the top of the first. Run does cross the plate. They lead this one 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. The Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Coming up to the plate next. Winery, Waddell, and Restovich due up when we return. Crew Winery going to lead things off here for the Finest. Winery, who wears that number 9 jersey, had a big game his last game. It was in that semifinal game when they Finest defeated.
Hey, here we go.
Play. Notes here. The Havoc. Matter of fact, in that particular game, Crew had a 2 RBI double and a base hit in that one. Looks at the first pitch in there for a strike. Let's give you the defensive lineup here for the Vipers of Louisville, Kentucky. Wade Cook out there on the bump. Second pitch, a ball, 1-1 to count. Souls behind the plate. Nolan over at first base. Northcutt is going to be the second baseman. We got Rozu over there at shortstop. Reynolds, the third baseman. Craig out in left field. Burks in center field. And Sabins in right field. A base hit there for Winery. He's continuing his hot streak today. And bat solid hot all day, all week right here in E-Town. J.R. Waddell. J.R. Waddell digging in with Winery over at first. Toss over to first. Back in time was Winery. Pitch to the plate. Cook hits that outside edge for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the first inning of play. Live here. It's the Travel Ball Select National Championship game for the 10U's. That dropped off the plate right there. Looked like a good pitch from my angle, but 2 balls and a strike, the count. That was a beautiful pitch. Started up top, dropped straight down. There's a toss over to first. J.R. Waddell digging back in. Wade Cook checking the runner, delivers to the plate. This one going to be a stop and a nice play there by Northcutt. The second baseman dove to his right, able to come up with the play and throw over to first for the out. I thought it was going to get through, and then all of a sudden you see Northcutt making an outstanding dive to make the play. Here's Brent Restovich. Runner going to third. Ball gets out into the outfield. Here comes the throw home, and it is a play at the plate. Safe is the call. Got his feet under the tag. Did Winery. 1-1 now our score. 1-1. You're going to watch here on the replay. He gets his feet under the tag. Great play there. Restovich back in there from the left side. One down in this bottom of the first. Swinging away. This one fouled off. Brent had a big game his last game as well. Brent had RBI single and actually 2 RBI singles in that last game. Looking at an 0-1 count. Excuse me, 1-1 count. I was looking up at the scoreboard, and of course it shows a 0 up there for the batter, and now the count's 1-2. This one, chopper back to the pitcher. He's trying to make the play. It's a long throw over to first, gets over the first baseman's head. Restovich going to second, looking towards third as he's paying attention to his coach. And great base running there, but also good base coaching there from his coach in the third base box. So Restovich is on. It's going to be a base hit and an error, I believe, on the throw. J.C. Nelson will dig in. May just be an error on the throw. We'll get the confirmation. Pitch downstairs for a ball. One ball, no strikes. One down. J.C. Nelson, the starting pitcher for his team. A little slow chopper on the infield. It's handled over there by by Northcutt. And Northcutt fires over to first for the out. Run does cross the plate. 2-1. Nelson getting the job done. Bryce Gray now up at the plate. Foul ball. It's a hot shot down the first base side that went foul. Got a little piece of the coach. Gray back in there. Cook ready to deliver. A pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down. The Southern Finest, they lead the ball game 2-1. Looks at that pitch in there for a strike. Bryce Gray, great third baseman for the Southern Finest team. Made some nice plays today. This one sent right back to the pitcher. Pitcher got a glove on it. Fires over to first again over the first baseman's head. And Gray's going to take second. He's looking towards third. He's on his way to third, and they're going to hold him up at third on that error throw once again by the pitcher. Cook put a lot on that throw over to first, as you see there on the replay. Thomas Nilly going to come up to the plate. Thomas Nally. That one hopper, but quick off the backstop back to the catcher. So Gray stays at third. Nally back in. And that ball is going to hit him right in the foot. It's hit in the foot with the pitch. So he'll take first. He'll have runners on the corners for the Southern Finest. Now he taking his time trying to walk that one out. And here's Reesby. Wyatt, you get a good look of him there. It's a pickoff play at first. Runner going to be safe at second. They didn't want to chance it by throwing it to second base with a runner on third. Now runners at second and third for the Finest. Big swing and a miss there by Reesby. These Southern Finest uniforms kind of look a little bit like the San Francisco Giants / I guess you can say the Baltimore Orioles a little bit as well. Ball lifted out to center field. Going back out there is Burt. And Burks makes the play in center field. That's going to do it for the Southern Finest of Shreveport, Louisiana. They're in the bottom of the first, but 2 runs cross the plate. They're on top 2-1. We'll have the Vipers of Louisville, Kentucky coming up to the plate when we return. Back here to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. It's the Travel Ball Select National Championship game of the 10U's. You got the Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana, taking on the Vipers out of Louisville, Kentucky. And Finest are out in the field, waiting on the Vipers, and umpires are checking out something over there. I think they might be waiting for the catcher to get his gear on. Seems to be what it is the catcher's over there trying to get dressed again to come out here. So they've halted the warm-up tosses here until we do get the catcher out. But it's a beautiful day here at the ballpark. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We've had just amazing weather today. It's not very hot at all, and humidity's down. Sun's shining bright, green grass, green trees all in the background. Beautiful baseball complex.
All right, you ready? Good guy. All right, good. All right, here we go.
All right, we're all set, it looks like. So here we go. For the Vipers stepping up to the plate. And getting a base hit was Brayson By is who that was. Brayson By. So you have Brayson By. He'll be followed by Northcutt and then Burks. So here's Northcutt. Northcutt made some great play. Great attempt over there at second base. Covers it very well for the Vipers team. So that first pitch in there for a strike. No balls in a strike to count. That pitch downstairs, a ball, 1-1. Southern Finest on top, 2-1. Vipers trying to get back on the board. Toss over to first, back safely is By. J.C. Nelson checking the runner, delivers the pitch. This one lifted out to left field. Gonna roll out there. Now he gets it back in quickly. So runners at first and second. See the arm on Nally out there. Here's Eli Burks. Eli, who plays center field for the Vipers. Looks at that pitch in there for a strike. Charlie Sabin's on deck. Nobody out. Runners on first and second here for Louisville. This ball foul straight back.
0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. And that pitch outside, a ball, 1-2. This ball lifted out to right field. Camping out there is Winery. Winery makes the catch, covering a lot of ground out there in right field. Hauling that one in. Charlie Sabins. Speaking of right field, that's the Vipers' right fielder, Charlie Sabins. He was squaring around the bunt. The pitch was inside. Ricochet off the backstop. Came right back to the catcher. But the runners do advance. We got runners on second and third now for the Vipers. This ball, base hit. Vipers will bring home a run to tie this one up off Charlie Saban's single. Saban ties it up with his RBI single. Runners on the corners for the Vipers. And here is Philip Russo. Russo looks at the first pitch inside a ball. Runner does advance as the ball skips to the backstop once again. Got runners on second and third. Russo at the plate. His first at bat, flied out to right field. Takes a hack at this one, fouls it off. 1-1 the count. Russo, the shortstop. Seen him on some of the action already here in this one. Good defensive shortstop. Big swing and a miss. So Russo sets down on strikes. He had some great cuts though. Wade Cook, he had a double his first at bat. Wade Cook, the pitcher. One ball, no strike to count. 2 down. Bottom of inning number 2. This ball lifted high but foul. Ball had some distance on it. Cook back in from the left side. J.C. Nelson sizing him up here. Checking the runner at third, looking over his shoulder. Delivers to the plate. Down low.
2-1.
First base is open. But Bentley Souls on deck, and that's a guy you probably don't want to face if you don't have to. I'll pitch in there for a strike. 2-2. Big pitch coming up here from Nelson. Runner from third gearing up as if he's coming. This ball, base hit out to right field. Throw gets past the first baseman. 2-run score. Two runs across the plate, giving the Vipers a 4-2 lead.
Everybody okay? We're good. Okay. All right, here we go.
Bentley Souls. Bentley, the catcher for the Vipers. Pitch upstairs, a ball. Here's the 1-0. There's a breaking pitch that stayed upstairs. 2-0.
2-0.
Should Souls get on, Nolan, Hampton Nolan, waiting on deck. This one lifted out of play, foul.
Behind you, Ken. Behind you, Ken. 2-1.
2 balls and a strike. That one an inside curve, and it's going to get in for a base hit. He fought that off from the just above the grip on his bat. That was about as low as you can hit it on the bat without hitting your fingers. So base hit Souls. Souls going to go get his catcher gear back on. We'll have a courtesy runner come in. Nolan going to dig in. Base hit RBI on the day here for Nolan already. This one sent right back up the middle. The center fielder unable to get there as Restovich put a outreached arm to it, but it was a hard line drive. The play at the plate does get the second runner that was coming in. Tagged him out, but a run did cross off of that Nolan shot to center. One run crosses, the second run coming behind that run, tagged out on the relay. 5-2 our score. 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the second when we return. Vipers able to score 4 runs there in the top of the second inning of play. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the Finest coming up to the plate. And going to send up to the plate to lead things off, Colt Cooper. Cooper followed by Dom Reese. As Cooper lines out to the second baseman, Northcutt. Northcutt all over it today. Fine second baseman. Domry stepping up to the plate. Winery will bat after him. Flip the lineup. Domry's first offering in there, a strike. Chase digging back in, right side hitter. Looks at a strike on that outside edge. You get a good look at Chase. And pitch just missing. Wade Cook trying to paint the corner here. Brought the fastball inside on the hands. It was fouled off. Cook working from the middle of the rubber, the off-speed pitch. Kind of came out of his grip prematurely on that offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled out of play.
Keep it going like that, Chase. Let's go. Win the battle now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. We're in the bottom of the second. 5-2 the score. The Vipers of Louisville leading the Southern Finest. Chopper, what a nice play over there by Russo. Throws over to first for the out. What a play by Russo. Philip Russo, the shortstop, just made a web gem right there. You guys tagged that one to Sports Center. That could be a top 10. Back to the top of the lineup. Winery. That one fouled out of play. Crew Winery, he's got a base hit in the ball game. Ready to roll from the left side, looking at a 1-1 count. That pitch going to hit him in the back. He goes down. And there for a second, I was like, didn't get hit that hard, but then when you see his face as he rolls over, yeah, he got hit pretty hard. Right on the shoulder blade. That one hurt a little bit. He's on base for a second time today, and here's J.R. Waddell. Toss over to first. Winery back on the bag. That's the thing about the baseball. It hurts for a little bit. But Winery's already forgot about it as he's taking second. They're going to make the throw to second. He trips as he gets back up off the bag, but he'll stay there at second base. So Waddell with an opportunity with a runner in scoring position to help his team out. Getting our score 5-2. The Vipers of Louisville leading the Southern Finest. Cook look back there at second. Looking again, here's the delivery to the plate as Winery taking third. Waddell back in, looking at a 1-0 count. That pitch inside, 2 balls and no strikes. There's the 2-0. Outside edge of the plate. 2-1 now the count. Cook rocks, fires. That went upstairs. 3-1. Restovich waiting on deck. That one in there for a strike. 3-2. The count now full. J.R. Waddell. Talking about great shortstops. This kid can play it. Swings and misses, however, on that offering. Strike 3. And that'll do it for the Finest in the bottom of the second here at the Travel Ball Select National Showcase Tournament. We're live. We're right here in beautiful Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And we'll return after these messages. I'm good. Restovich out there in center field. We talked to you about his uncle. He played for the Minnesota Twins. How about that? Begin this top of the third inning of play. The Vipers up to the plate as J.C. Nelson delivers the second offering. Hampton Nolan. Excuse me, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds at the plate. One wears 34, the other one wears 24. So 1-1 the count. Reynolds grounded out his first at bat. Chases a pitch upstairs for a ball. But swung at it. So that ball becomes the strike, as you know. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Reynolds back in from the left side. Here's the pitch from Nelson. It's a chopper on the infield. Going to be handled over there by the first baseman, Don Reese. And Reynolds able to beat him to the bag. So it'll be an infield hit. Jesse Craig going to see another at bat here in this one. Jesse digging in on the right side as you got Reynolds over at first getting a nice lead. J.C. Nelson checking him out. Delivers to the plate. This one a chopper back up. Could be a double play ball. The shortstop handles it, fires over to first, but safe. J.R. Waddell got it, stepped on the second base bag, fired over to first with a call safe at first. And the replay shows that they will have a challenge. They're going to have a replay challenge coming up on that play at first. It was a bang-bang play at first. So we'll see what they say.
Listen, guys. Listen, did he tell you what he wanted to challenge? He do frame by frame challenge. He said he was wanting to challenge the slide at second.
That's what he wants to challenge. The slide.
That's what he's saying. The slide at second. Obstruction. The slide at second, not to call it first. But to call it first stands as called. Slide at second for obstruction. Okay, come back and let's do it. Come back and let's talk.
All right, so the challenge was the play at second base. Challenge was the play at second.
So the call it second stands out. No obstruction.
Call it second is out, no obstruction. The officials got together, looked at the replay. So Bai going to step up to the plate. Craig, that goes down as a fielder's choice there. Craig. And here's Brayson Bai. 5-2 our score. Vipers on top. Bai looking to get on the bases. Chop foul. Kind of waved at that offering. Top of the third here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. It's the Travel Ball Select National Showcase. National Championship game here for the 10Us. This ball lifted out to deep right field. Going back, making the play out there is Winery. Winery was battling the sun, backpedaling, but still hauled it in. Great play out there in right field by Winery. Crew Winery. You guys are going to remember that name for a long time. Jackson Northcutt coming back up to the plate again. He got a base hit his first at bat. He's going to have another opportunity here. Jackson dons number 30 on his jersey. That nice center field shot there. Runner going to second. The call is out at second. And that'll do it for the Vipers in the top of the third. No runs cross the plate. No runs cross the plate there in the top of the third. Headed to the bottom of the third. The Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. They're coming up to the plate when we return. Back here to the friendly confines of the Elizabethtown Sports Park. Boy, what a beautiful facility. I can't emphasize that enough if you haven't been here. Worth the trip. Worth every bit of the trip. Restovich at the plate. Squared around to bunt that first offering. It was fouled off. He's got an 0-1 count on him. This ball lifted out to center field. Going back out there is Burks, and Burks hauls it in. Again, battling the sun out there. He's got the shades down, able to bring it in. So 1 up, 1 down. And J.C. Nelson back in there. J.C.'s got a RBI in the ball game. This one a little tapper down to the first base bag. The first baseman picks it up in foul territory, though. Nelson will have another opportunity. Cranks his bat around like Ken Griffey Jr. a little bit. If you remember Ken Griffey Jr.'s stance in there from the left side. Kind of got that same rock as fouls this one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one sent right back up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit for Nelson. So Nelson on, and Bryce Gray going to come back up. Gray reached base on an error. His first at bat. Toss over to first base, back to the bag. Another toss over to first. Wade Cook throwing over to Nolan. Wade Cook's pitched an outstanding game. This Southern Finest team, they can certainly hit the ball. They've been held to 2 runs here in this one so far. No strikes. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Got folks watching all over the country tuning into this one. Live streaming, that's certainly important for events like this. This one's going to drop into center field. You'll have runners at first and second. A base hit for Gray. You have the live streaming that just takes the games up a whole new notch, whole new level. These kids getting the coverage they deserve. For many of them, their first looks. That one in there for a strike. Throw down to third, up high. Here comes the runner to the plate, slides in safely, and another run on the board for the Finest. It's coming across the plate to score. Is the courtesy runner. Where's that number 7 jersey? We're gonna find out what his name is. But back up to the plate. It's Thomas Nally. Big swing and a miss. Ball gets past the catcher. However, another run comes and crosses the plate. That time it was Bryce Gray who scored the run off the pass ball. 5-4 the score. Southern Finest right back in this one. Now he was hit by a pitch. His first at bat. He's looking at an 0-2 count. This is a chopper on the infield. Third baseman Reynolds has it. Fires over to first. Got the out. Wyatt Reesby. Wyatt, who flied out to center field, is first at bat. We saw him in batting practice earlier, and he was hitting some out there off the fence. Kid's got some pop in his bat. Big hack at that one, fouled it off. 0-2 the count. You hear the crowd over here saying, "Let's go, Wyatt, let's go." Get a good look of Wyatt there on your broadcast. And the pitch. That one just missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one sent right back up the middle. A base hit there for Wyatt Reesby. Big hit. Keeps the inning going for his team. And Colt Cooper due up next. Colt Cooper getting his catcher gear off. With 2 outs, you got to keep it on when you're in the on-deck circle to help the game progress around, just in case the guy before you gets out. Well, he didn't. He got a base hit, so Colt Cooper takes it all off. Here he is at the plate. And he drills one to third baseman with a nice play over there. Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds, makes an outstanding diving catch to his left off of a line drive by Colt Cooper. Beautiful play. We'll watch that on replay here. See if we caught the tail end of the dive, but what a great play over there by the third baseman. It's going to send us. That was a momentum swing right there, because that runner would have came home and scored most likely. The score as we go into the top of the fourth here in Elizabethtown, it's 5-4. The Vipers trying to add some insurance runs.
Hey, Doc, is Cobb playing over there again? Where'd you go? Oh, I was looking for you. Everywhere. I thought you went back over there. All right, here we go. Play it.
We head to this top of the fourth inning of play. Vipers coming up to the plate as we return, and the pitch outside, a ball, 1 ball, no strike to count. We lead things off with Jackson Northcutt. It's going to be Northcutt, Burks, and Sabins due up for the Vipers. Pitch downstairs and outside, a ball. 2-0. Northcutt, outstanding second baseman. I think we mentioned that a couple times today. His counterpart, Wyatt Reesby, also an outstanding second baseman. You got two of the finest. And then you talk about your shortstops when you talk about J.R. Waddell against Philip Russo. And I tell you, the infield on these two teams are amazing. How about Bryce Gray and Ryan Reynolds? I tell you, it's amazing. Five to 4, our score. Vipers trying to add to their lead. Swing and a miss on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count goes full. Jackson Northcutt. Jackson's got a base hit today. He's ready to roll here from the left side. Here's the pitch. And J.C. Nelson with a beautiful pitch. to strike him out. The pitch, that went downstairs. And they, you know what they did? Brant Restovich is now pitching for the Southern Finest. So Restovich now the pitcher. So he's the young man that struck the guy out there. He comes in, he snuck in on us. So Restovich, the new pitcher, and he's able to get Burks to ground out on that offering. And here's Charlie Sabin. So we need to find out who the center fielder is now for the Finest. Because Restovich was out there in center field. Now he's on the mound, as you see there. Charlie Sabin's at the plate. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. 2 down. Restovich trying to get a big strike here.
0-2.
The pitch outside. He tried to switch it up a little bit.
1-2.
Pitch from Brant. Upstairs, the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, 2's wild. In a 5-4 ball game here in the top of the 4th. Sabins takes a hack at that one and fouls it off. The 2-2. In there, strike 3 looking. 2 strikeouts and a ground out there for Brant Restovich. And that'll do it for the Vipers in the top of the 4th. We head to the home half of the 4th. The Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Trying to tie this one or take the lead when we return. It's the Travel Ball Select National Championship. The 10U National Championship, live right here on the network. Dom Reese will lead things off. Chase Dom Reese going to lead it all off here for the Southern Finest. Chase grounded out his first at bat. That was a beautiful play over there when he grounded out to Russo. But Chase back up to the plate, swinging on the first one, and boy, did he foul that one off. That went a field over. Swinging away for power here is Chase. Wade Cook, still the pitcher for the Vipers. That pitch on the outside edge for a strike. Reese. That pitch outside. I believe they got Chase scouted out. He doesn't like that outside edge shot, but he reaches out this time, gets it in there. Northcutt had trouble handling it, but able to recover. Fires over to first to Nolan for the out. So 1 up, 1 down. There's a big out there. Chase, big out. And here's Crew Winery. Crew's got a base hit. He was hit by a pitch. Matter of fact, that last at bat, he got tagged right in the shoulder. Looks at that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to count. There's a chopper. This one going to be handled over there by Northcutt. Fires to Nolan again. Pretty much anything hit to the shortstops or the second baseman. Pretty much forget about those because they're going to make the play. J.R. Waddell. This one lifted out of play. Waddell and that number 4. Fouled. 0-2. Cook working here in this one. Bottom of the 4th. Cook pitching a gem here. Swing, miss, all-speed pitch got him. A strikeout. So that's 1, 2. Well, that's only, I got him down for 2 strikeouts in the ball game. Both Waddell. All right, so we head to the top of the 5th. Our score 5-4. The Vipers out of Louisville, Kentucky. They have the lead. They're coming to the plate to try to add to that when we return.
Better or worse? How are we looking down here?
Top of the 5th inning of play here in Elizabethtown. Up to the plate, Philip Russo. It's going to be Russo, Cook, and Souls. We doing the top of the lineup here for the Vipers. Philip Russo, outstanding athlete. This time he hits it to another outstanding athlete, and Reesby makes a nice play moving to his right. Here's Wade Cook, the pitcher. Wade's got a double and a base hit, 2 RBI in this ball game. This one on the ground, and bang bang play there at first. Gets past the first baseman, and it's going to be safe at first. Throw over to the first baseman. Chase Dumreese went past his outstretched glove. So everybody Well, not everybody, but Wade Cook safe over at first.
All right, here we go.
Bentley Souls. He looks at that one. A ball. Bentley wearing that number 23. Ground out and a base hit today. Pitch in there, a strike. Restovich is your pitcher out there for the Southern Finest. Coming there in relief of J.C. Nelson. This ball lifted out to the outfield. Right fielder makes the play out there, Winery, and he throws over to first and was about 2 hairs away from doubling it up. Certainly makes the play. Winery. Crew made a nice jump on the ball out there. Here's Hampton Nolan. Hampton a base hit twice today. He's got a base hit twice today, both RBIs. Both resulting in RBIs for him. Check over at first. Restovich and Colt Cooper had a brief conversation. The pitch out, that's what it was about. And the tag on the way down, out. The umpire says on the way down, the tag got him out. So, through 4.5 here at the ballpark, we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Our score 5-4, and the Southern Finest coming back up to the plate. We'll tell you who when we return.
Yeah, toss a firm, out second.
Here we go, Brent. Start us off.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. The Southern Finest coming to the plate. They were doing a review. Looks like they're still trying to look at it, but the call is safe at the the call, excuse me, was out at second, and now we're back here into the bottom of the fifth. Chopper on the infield, handled over there by the first baseman, but bobbled at first. So the Southern Finest, J.C. Nelson on the base. Restovich was the first batter there, grounded out. J.C. Nelson is on safe, however. And that'll bring up Bryce Gray to the plate. Finest trail by 1. 5-4 the score. Fly out to right field. Nally now going to step up. Thomas Nally hit by a pitch and grounded out today. Looking at a 1-0 count, 2 down. This ball lifted out to right field. It's going back. It's going to be one hopped off of the fence. And Nally going into second with a double. Runner coming around to score. There's going to be a play at the plate. The tag and the slide all at the same time there. I'm sure they want to review this one. We'll see. They're going to ask for it, I'm pretty sure. So we're all tied up, 5-all. All tied up, 5-all. Not going to go back and look at it, but Reesby, the batter. This ball drilled out to deep left field, going way back off the wall. One run crosses the plate. Reesby in at second with a stand-up RBI double. Stand-up RBI double for Reesby. Gives his team the lead. 6-5. Colt Cooper now the new batter. The Southern Finest feeling it right now. This ball lifted out to right field and miscommunication out there, but caught out there by the right fielder, Sabins. They almost ran into each other, Sabins and Burks, but Sabins, a little taller, was able to get to the ball a little quicker and make the play. So that'll do it for the Finest there in the bottom half of the fifth inning of play. We're going to head to the top of the sixth. The Vipers coming up to the plate. here at the Travel Ball Select National Showcase, National Championship game for the 10U. Such a great crew we have working the event today, doing an outstanding job as we head to the top of the 6th inning of play. I want to give a shout out to Ethan the GOAT. Is Ethan an up-and-coming rapper, but he's also an outstanding camera operator and graphics person. So you guys check him out on YouTube, Ethan the GOAT. But Travel Ball Select. Yeah, use Ethan's song for your walk-up music. That'd be pretty cool. This is the 10U National Championship. Louisville Vipers and the Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. And what a great crowd, great group of fans. It's an awesome atmosphere here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Restovich, the first delivery in there to Big 34, Wyatt Reesby. I had it right. Hampton Nolan. I had to flip my line up there. Pitched in there to Hampton Nolan. Big swing and a miss. Restovich goes with a breaking ball this time. And that pitch misses outside, 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. Nolan back in. Here's the pitch. That one fouled out of play. The count now 1-2.
1-2.
Got folks watching the broadcast here today on their phones here in attendance. Kind of hear an echo sometimes of myself talking. But 2 balls, 2 strikes. National championships for the 10U. Travel Ball Select. Great tournament they put on. This one down to the first baseman, and Chase Domreese handles it. 1 up, 1 down. Ryan Reynolds. Reynolds got a base hit his last at bat. Restovich just gave him the fastball down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Restovich a lefty. This one down the third base line, but foul. Umpire tried to make the play, ended up getting a face full of fence down there on the third base line.
I want to challenge that. I just want to do the replay.
1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, here we go. 1-1.
Got a great umpire crew here today. 3-man crew. The pitch. Outside the ball. 2-1.
2-1.
The 2-1 delivery. This a chopper on the infield. Handled over there by the second baseman who makes the play. Reesby to Don Reese.
Challenge on that one.
Reesby. Another outstanding play as you see on the replay. Six to 5. That's where we're at. 6 to 5. That's the score. Restovich in his wind-up delivers to the plate. Outside edge of strike. Top of 6. There is 2 down. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. And this one could do it. Vipers down to their last strike. There's a pitch out. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Restovich working the left field side of the rubber. This one a chopper to the third baseman. Gray picks up, fires over to first, and that's it. The national champions in the 10U. It goes to the Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. A big pile up out there on the field as they win this one. They're taking home the gold, the trophy, the notoriety, all that good stuff. You got national champions right here, folks, in the Travel Ball Select 10U National Championship. They're out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Congratulations to these young men. Congratulations also to the Vipers. And great job they did all week long here in this tournament. There'll be some awards going to be handed out after this one, after they clap hands and shake hands and all that good stuff. Some awards going to be given out. You're going to see your national champion crowned and runner-up being recognized here as well, and some individual awards, I'm sure. So we're going to crank up the mic here for you and let you guys listen in as soon as they're ready. Again, our final score in this one, 6 to 5. In a close game, outstanding game pitched by Wade Cook, by the way, of the Vipers. He did an outstanding job, but the Southern Finest got them in those late innings. It was the 4th and 5th inning that more or less the 5th inning there that got to them. Scored 2 extra runs there in that one. So they're not okay. So they're not going to be doing the awards out on the field, we're being told. Instead, they're going to just go ahead and give it to the teams, and that's going to be it. So we want to thank you guys again for tuning in here today. The 10U champions again, the Southern Finest out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Congratulations to those guys, and good luck the rest of your summer season. For all the crew here who did an outstanding job here today once again, we thank you, and so long, everybody.